Hey, how is it going? Welcome to this space. Or better said, thank you for being here. What you're about to hear is something I've wanted to do for a long time. And honestly, I didn't know where to start. So I decided to start with something simple. Just talk. Talk the way I normally do. No perfect script. No trying to sound like I have all the answers because I don't. And maybe that's the whole point of this. So join me. Welcome to Sin Manual, No Playbook, a space where there are no perfect formulas, no step by step paths. Here, we talk about life as it is, with doubts, with mistakes, with moments of clarity, and others where we are in the middle just trying to understand what's next. This isn't a podcast to tell you what to do, it's a space to question, to feel, and maybe find your own answers, because at the end, no one gave us a manual, and still, we keep moving forward. Okay, now we start. This is the first episode of Sin Manual, No Playbook. And I think the best way to begin is with something very simple. Where did this come from? Why this name? And why now? So about a year ago, something started moving inside me. It was not like a big moment, not something dramatic. It was more like a quiet idea that kept like coming back. The idea was simple: create a space to talk about life as it really is. But here is something important: not only the hard parts, also the good parts. The thing, the things that help you grow, the things that inspire you, the things that make you feel alive. Because many times we go to extremes, right? It's like everything is perfect motivation or everything is a crisis. And the truth is, like, life is both, right? And this podcast comes from that balance. So at the beginning, my idea was very simple: just sit down with a small microphone and talk. Nothing big, nothing complex, just start. But then something happened. I started to work at Holos Global, which is in the south area of Costa Rica, with young Michael. That eventually you will meet him if you haven't already. So I share my ideas with him. So instead of him just saying like good luck and let me know how it goes, he offered me some of the equipment that we have here at Holos, and then he shares some ideas and even like people that I can invite to my podcast. So suddenly this thing was huge. So it was like, here's the equipment, here are the tools, you have resources, use them. So, and without noticing, what started as a small idea became something much bigger, a real project. And I have to say clearly, thanks to him, this took shape. Of course, I had the support of my family, especially my kids and some friends, but this really was like the trigger that made me do what I'm doing right now. So, sometimes you need that. You need someone like that. You need someone who sees your idea and pushes you to take it further. So out of the comfort zone. And this has been exciting. It has been great. So, and I've been learning like from the basics, like things that I didn't even know. And well, here I am, right? Now, before the name, there was another decision. I had this great idea to do this in two languages. Yes, just like that. I said, what if I also do this in English? So from that moment, this project lived in two worlds: Spanish and English. And why in English? Well, I have worked in hospitality business for many years. So I created some friends and relations um, based on that. And especially here, I constantly interact with people who speak English. So I was like, well, you know what? Since I'm doing it, and since I've been already pushed to do it right, yeah, I'll do it even better. So from now on, quick note: if you hear me speaking in English, like you're doing right now, and I say something wrong, which I probably already had, or my accent sounds funny, there's nothing I can do about it. I apologize in advance. But try to get the best out of this. Now, also that is part of this because again, I mean, there is no manual, so yeah, let's do it. And then after that came the name Sin Manual, no playbook, Spanish and English. So yes, the idea came from me, but not only from me. There were people close to me, people I trust, who helped shape it. You know, besides my family, especially my kids, um, people that I've known since I was in high school. So it was not immediate. Like there were many ideas, many names, many directions. So I explore, I question, I play with different options, and then until I found something that really felt right and also worked in both languages. And that is how this name came to life. Sing Manuel, no playbook. And every time I say it, I like it even more. So half Spanish, half English, just like the way this started. And something important, all those other name ideas, they are not lost. Actually, they will become episodes like topics, conversations, because each one had something behind it, a story, a perspective, a way of seeing life, and that is also part of this project. Nothing is wasted; everything transforms, right? So this podcast also comes from something else. Like people somehow started coming to me, like to talk, to share, to open up, and I realized there's something. We are all living important things, but we don't always talk about it. And this space is for that to share real experiences, the hard ones, but also the good ones, the ones that challenge you, and the ones that help you grow. Because not everything is a mistake. There are also good decisions. Not everything is loss, because there's also growth. Now I want to make something clear. I am not a psychologist. I am not a doctor. I am not a lawyer. I don't have any of those titles. I'm just a regular guy, just a normal person, just like anyone else. Someone who has lived, someone who has made mistakes, and many, someone who has learned and who is still in that process of learning. So this is not an advice or absolute truth. These are experiences, reflections, perspectives. Like most of the time are going to be things that happen in my life and and then help me to shape the perspective of life, I guess. And then you decide. You decide what works for you and what doesn't. So this is it. This is where Sin Manual No Playbook comes from a simple idea that that grew with the right people, from real conversations, real experiences, and the intention to share both the good and the lessons. So If you are still here with me listening, thank you. Really, I appreciate. And if something you heard today or in the future made sense or will make sense to you, or it's going to make you think, then I think we're off to a good start. So I'll see you in the next episode. And remember, everything is going to be okay.